Ọlọ́run nìkan, Ọlọ́run tó dá wa. Ẹ ṣé o Jésù, ẹ ṣé o Jésù.
There's a peace I've come to know, though my heart and flesh may fail. There's an anchor for my soul. I can say it is well. Jesus has overcome.
But the other link to medicine is, of course, our speaker, Dr. Dlamini Zuma, who started life as a doctor. And I'm glad to say, did a lot of her health training at two institutions here in the UK. But after a life of activism against apartheid, for which many of us remember her as a force already in those days, she has held this series of extraordinary appointments: health minister in South Africa, foreign minister, where I always used to say to her that when I was Deputy Secretary General of the UN, I was her best friend. When I became a foreign minister in the UK, the reason I could never understand our relationship got more difficult. And then Home Minister before now the first woman chairperson of the AU, and therefore amongst the formidable generation of new African women leaders. We had the president of Malawi here just last weekend. We know them all, the president of Liberia, Ellen, who is a friend to so many of us as well. But I think for our speaker tonight there is a particular title, which is the first woman of Pan-Africanism, if I can call her that, leading this extraordinarily important institution, and willing, after a busy day at the G8 in Northern Ireland, to talk to us about Africa in the next 50 years. Madam.
Now the EU continues to act as a collective platform, a common voice, as was said then, and a chief advocate for the continent. It was in fulfillment of this role that the African Union, on the occasion of its Golden Jubilee, which was just a few weeks ago, facilitated collective discussions amongst Africans on the continent and the diaspora to reflect on our past and present, but more importantly, to start looking towards Africa's future over the next 5 decades. So we had a debate, and during this debate on Pan-Africanism and African Renaissance, which took place in Addis Ababa on the 25th of May, 2013, Dr. Carlos Lopez, who was the facilitator, moderator for the discussions on the Economic Commission for Africa, noted that May 25 was the culmination of over a century of Pan-African struggle to assert the dignity of the African peoples, which was a repudiation of negative stereotypes and racialist interpretation of African history. It underscored the common commitment of Africans to achieve freedom and end colonization and apartheid on the African continent. It was about African taking pride in the continent. Esteemed guests, the 5 decades since the founding of the OAU have seen the liberation of Africa, an unfolding integration and development agenda, and the quest for peace, sovereignty, unity, and integration. At the same time, it has witnessed events and developments which all Africans see as a collective blight on our country: poverty, disease, wars, famine, dictatorships, coups, and persistent underdevelopment. Of course, during the 50 years, these also reinforce the negative stereotypes and interpretations of African history. The colonial narrative about Africa as the primitive other, expressed in more recent references to us as the lost, hopeless continent, dark continent, and the scar on the conscience of the world. These are narratives that have come out from outside about us. But of course, in planning for the 50th anniversary of our continental organization, Africans were and are determined to take charge of that narrative, of telling our own story in all its diversity. So we have decided that the first thing we're going to do in the next 50 years is to tell our story. The narrative has to come from Africa to the world rather than the other way around. And of course, I'd like to say the first part of that story is that Africa today, across the length and breadth of the continent, there are ordinary stories of the progress being made in many countries, and I think you are alluded to that. Of course, a key impediment to African growth and integration over the last 5 decades has been our infrastructure deficit in transport, energy, ICT, and social services. And yet, on the margins of the AU Summit in May this year, 5 West African neighbors, Nigeria, I see Charles there, Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire, agreed to invest and expand the Lagos-Abidjan highway into a 6-lane road as part of initiatives aimed at boosting trade and commerce on the side. So that's where we're going with this. Angola, showing the benefits of its peace dividend over the last decade, increased its electricity generation capacity by 50%, embarked on an ambitious multi-billion-dollar road rehabilitation program to repair infrastructure destroyed by the Civil War, began to make investments aimed at easing congestion at the port of Luanda, and began the rehabilitation program for urban water systems. In Kenya, Ethiopia, and Algeria, and South Africa, important progress is being made in innovating clean energy projects. The Algerian government announced in 2010 its aim to produce as much electricity from renewable sources as it is currently producing from natural gas. With planned investment of 15 billion euros into alternative energy sources such as solar, wind, and geothermal power plants. There were thus over 800 active infrastructure projects across different sectors in Africa, with a combined value of over 700 billion US dollars. The top 10 countries for infrastructure projects up to February 2013 were South Africa, Nigeria, Egypt, Uganda, Kenya, Algeria, Mozambique, Libya, Tanzania, and Cameroon. The African ICT revolution has been well documented and reported. Whereas in year 2000, the continent had only 15 mobile subscribers, and growing in 1 decade to almost 400 million by 2010. And the internet usage in Africa from a very low base grew by 2,500 compared to the world average of 480%. Studies in Kenya are beginning to show an increase in the income of rural households by a range of 5 to 30% since they began using mobile banking. This revolution impacts not only on incomes, but also on innovation on the continent. Thus, Ken Banks from Frontline SMS predicts strong growth and a rise in local talent and an African ICT sector, leading the world in creating socially relevant and environmentally responsible technology solutions. Information and communication technologies allowing Africa to leapfrog important stages of development. This is a key trend that may well hold true in a number of other sectors on the continent. According to the Canadian founder of the M23 Network for Pharmaceutical Drug Effectively, she said, I quote, "Much the same way that Africa's lack of significant telecommunication capacity was a boom rather than a hindrance to emergence of mobile telephony, its lack of legacy infrastructure for everything, ranging from waste management to energy utilities, could provide the appetite, non-existent in the West, for genuinely transformative, future-friendly reconceptualization of the very notion of infrastructure." Finally, Africa's story would not be complete without referring to developments on the economic front. Over the 20-year period extending from the mid-1970s up to the mid-1990s, per capita growth in Africa was either zero or negative. However, between 2000 and 2008, Africa was the second fastest growing region in the world, and home to 6 of the top 10 fastest growing economies. Despite the current global financial and economic crisis, Africa has recorded an average of 5% growth over the past decade. 27 of Africa's 30 largest economies grew faster in the decade of 2000 than in the previous decades. Amongst them, 11 African countries that grew at an annual rate of 7% or more between 2000 and 2010. So, ladies and gentlemen, over the last decade or so, and particularly in the context of the evidence from developmental states of Asia, the issue of domestic resource mobilization as a driver of development has increasingly featured in the debates about development on the continent. Even at this last summit, there was a long debate about mobilization of resources. Thus, developing countries are paying close attention not only to foreign direct investments, but also to the efficacy of their tax revenues and domestic investments by their private and public sectors. Since year 2000, investments in Africa has increased from 15.9% of the GDP to 22% in 2012. Though low compared with Asia, this trend is expected to continue as an increasing number of the regional economies are able to tap into international capital markets to help address infrastructure constraints. Investments by Africans into Africa as a proportion of total number of the FDI's projects was reported to be more than doubled in 2011. It accounted for 17% of new FDI projects. Over the period, Kenya and Nigeria investments in Africa have grown by over 70%, while that of South Africa has grown by over 60%. Thus, a headline in the International Business Herald of the 8th of May 2013 read, I quote, "Surprise! Africa's fastest growing foreign direct investor is now Africa." So the study of 50 African countries by the Economic Commission for ECA on Public Resource Mobilization and Aid noted that despite challenges of tax collection, tax revenues in Africa have been on the rise, and the average African tax revenue as a share of GDP has been increasing since the early 90s. On the other hand, according to the same report, illicit capital flows out of Africa have been estimated at over 800 billion during the same period, 1970 to 2008. This amount is enough not only to wipe out the region's total outstanding external debt, but also to reduce poverty. And of course, the recent article on the Royal African Society website by Professor Richard Dowden notes that from these illicit flows, corruption money accounts for 3% of this, 30% going through criminal networks, and some 60% of the outflows is tax avoidance schemes. So in order to address this matter, the African Union and the Economic Commission for Africa established a high-level panel on illicit financial flows from Africa, chaired by the former president of South Africa, Thabo Mbeki. This panel is conducting a study on illicit flows on the continent with regional consultations in order to tackle the issue in all its dimensions and manifestations. We therefore agree with the conclusion by Professor Dowden that the real issue for the G8 discussion on transparency and accountability should also be about how to cooperate with Africa to stem the 90% outflows through criminal activities and tax avoidance. And I must say that just come from Northern Ireland where these discussions were taking place. There were very interesting discussions and conclusions.
The issues. We've got a little time for questions. Do please identify yourself if you'd like to ask one. And I don't know, have we got Mike?
Good evening, Her Excellency. Thank you very much for that. My name is Priscilla. I'm speaking on behalf of Ben Television London. You've spoken very well about Africa, what has happened and what we expect in the next 50 years. But one of the things that is plaguing Africa very much as a problem is our inter-Africa trade. It seems like each time an African country wants to invite investors, we would rather get on the plane and spend a lot of money and come to Europe than for us to go to our neighboring African countries and invite each other and talk business and talk the business of investment. What will you be doing in your capacity as the chairperson of the AU to encourage more of inter-African trade so that we can trade amongst ourselves? I appreciate that you mentioned in your speech there that the highest foreign direct investor is an African in Africa. But I think we need to do more because I believe it's only 10%, as I understand it at present, for inter-African trade. It's 10% when out of the 100% of trade that happens in Africa. Thank you.
From the African Reach Center's name is Scholar. First of all, I'd like to commend you and of course the AU for their efforts in resolving or attempting to resolve the IBA issue in northern South Sudan. You work for Mali, DRC, and of course what you've been doing. However, whilst addressing us, you talked about the fact that young Africans are mobile. They like traveling. Trying to maybe encourage inter-African development. I was wondering what the African Union, if you have a policy in place or a strategy in place to address the increasing incidences of xenophobia in many African countries, especially in South Africa. I was kind of wondering.
Of course, I did say myself that inter-African trade is very low, and we need to do something about it. And of course, I also said, what are the constraints, like transport, like energy and because to trade, you must manufacture. So if you are not manufacturing, you can't trade. What are you trading? So that's why we are emphasizing on manufacturing, industrialization, on transport, on energy, so that indeed we can be able to trade. But I also said that we are looking at creating a continental free trade zone to also increase African trade. So I thought I addressed those issues adequately about what we are trying to do, but I agree with you that the second question I didn't quite get. And what do we do for xenophobia? You know, the first thing, we must, as I said, invest in our people. Make sure that our people have got skills and that they are employable and that they can then circulate and use their skills wherever they are needed. And I think that way, when you have young people like that who are skilled, who can go around the continent, contribute to whatever development is taking place, we will lower this xenophobia, as we call it. Because there will be jobs, people will be able to, they will not be fighting. It's not about xenophobia. It's about, sometimes, just fighting for scarce resources. It's not that we are fighting another African. It's that we are just fighting to survive. And so, we must move our people from the survival mode to a different level. That is my view. And of course, we also must open up free movement of people so that people don't have to come and hide. Within SADC, for instance, most of the countries no longer need visas, amongst and between them. There may be few that still do, but on the whole. In ECOWAS, I remember a long time ago they launched a passport for ECOWAS. And so opening up is very important. So I think some of the things, and making sure that we create jobs, we add value to our what we extract, we process our agricultural products so that we create jobs for young people. So that is my view in the medium to long term.
Ọlọ́run nìkan, Ọlọ́run tó dá wa, ẹ ṣé o Jésù, ẹ ṣé o Jésù.
started by Mrs. Dalton. I'm glad to say we did a lot of our health training at two institutions here in the UK.
Continues to act as a collective platform, a common voice, and to accept them, and a chief advocate for the continent. It was in fulfillment of this role that the African Union, on the occasion of its